Alright, today we'll be showing you how to grease or apply mineral oil to the 18 Zerks on the miter frame machine. You will need a grease gun with high performance lithium grease or high viscosity mineral oil alternately. So every time you do this service, one time you'll do the mineral oil and then the next time you'll do the high performance lithium grease. Just make sure you're wearing eye protection, hearing protection, and gloves are recommended, as you do tend to get grease on your hands. The grease gun is located right around the corner, and then you'll just need some of the mineral oil. You'll need a mineral oil gun if you're doing a mineral oil service. Right, this service is needed every 3 months if the machine has been used on a regular basis. If it has not been used much in the last 3 months, skip this task and mark on the maintenance log as skip. So if you were to look at the maintenance log, you could just mark skip here. If this task has already been skipped once, make sure to complete the maintenance that's specified. So just look at the log and determine if the last service was grease or mineral oil. The last service should be marked as a G, which stands for grease, if it was greased. As you can see here, it was serviced by BA, which stands for Brandon, and the last service was a grease. So this next service is going to be mineral oil. Today I'll show you how to grease and mineral oil just for instructional purposes, but this specific service we will be applying mineral oil because the last service was grease. Whichever service was done last, you will need to do the opposite this time. So we'll just be locating all of the 18 Zerks and applying 1 pump of high performance grease into each Zerk if we were doing the grease. Or if we're doing the mineral oil, inject oil into the bearings using the oil pump and apply the oil to the rails and ball screws with a clean cloth. So we'll be showing you how to do that. Alright, you will also need to lock out the machine. It's recommended that you disconnect the air. Make sure the power is turned off. This is down in the off position. So the machine is now safe to be used. We'll begin by just pointing out where the 18 Zerks can be located. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13 and 14, 15, and 16, 17, and 18. Start out by cleaning off all the excess grease around the servo tracks and the bearings and all the Zerks. Okay, so if you're applying grease to the Zerks, then just make sure you clean off the Zerk gun tip really well by squirting a little bit of grease out of it to get any dust and everything off of the surface, and then just wipe it off with a rag real good to make sure it's nice and clean. So you're not going to inject any dust or anything into the Zerks. And then just make sure you clean off the Zerks really good. Don't want to have any dust getting pushed inside the Zerk when you inject grease. Make sure the little ball is loose so that it'll allow grease to go inside when you put it in there. And then just apply just put 1 pump of grease into the Zerk. And then just remember to wipe off any excess grease. Get it as clean as you can, because the excess grease will allow sawdust to collect around the Zerk. So just clean it up real nice after you're done, after you apply the grease. And then just follow that step on all 18 Zerks. For applying the mineral oil, we're just going to basically apply mineral oil to all the drive shafts. So we've got one right here. Any of the shafts that the servos run on, just want to clean them up real nice with mineral oil. After you've completed the maintenance, just make sure you update the maintenance log by going and putting your initials, and then I put an M here to specify that we did the mineral oil on this service, so that the next technician 3 months from now, which would be 6/28, they will come in and they'll see that we did the mineral oil, and they can make sure to do the grease on the next service.